Today on 15 on 15, a new and improved Caribbean festival promises to attract more tourism to San Nicolas. And in lifestyles, the hype is on for the iPhone 6. Long lines are expected. Also, we'll show you a monkey and a dog that have people in awe. 15 on 15 starts right now.
Hi, I am Aishel Simon sitting in for Yente Lu. The Caribbean Festival just started with a new season and a brand new board. It took 3 weeks to reorganize Caribbean to bring it back to its roots in order to attract more tourists to the festival.
Caribbean is a festival that always attracts a lot of visitors to the area of San Nicolas. As a matter of fact, September is the busiest month for Caribbean, and it is expected to break all records once more. A brand new board has been reinstated recently to work on some changes to the festival in order to bring the experience much closer to the visitor. The One Happy Island slogan will be reinforced right at the entrance. Tourists will be able to connect immediately and bombarded with information about what the festival is about and what it means for the locals and the area of San Nicolas. Next, more food stands will be added to the venue where tourists can have a flavor of different cultures in combination with local craftsmen, local artisans, creating a better ambiance for those who are paying to come to the festival. The show and the stage got upgraded, so does the surroundings that are now filled with more colorful tables and more vendors and activities. The Caribbean Festival is about uniting locals with visitors, and the new board expects to see an increase in visitors in order to expand the festival a block further in about a year.
The Caribbean Festival is every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. in San Nicolas, so don't miss it. And for more information, don't forget to contact your hotel's front desk. And so, continuing on, the Police Department of Aruba is doing an excellent job in patrolling in different areas of the island. They are using different means of transportation in order to keep an eye in places that are more crowded on the island. This group of bicycles does cover the hotel areas to avoid that different situations get out of control.
This group of police on bicycles are now part of a specializing team of the police department that controls all the hotel areas in order to avoid situations that might get out of control. This operation allows the police department to do certain inspections in different areas of the island. The police officers are now more visible in the streets using different means of transportation like cars, boats, motorcycles, and also on bicycles to offer more safety in areas like the beaches and the hotel that in these last days has had a difficult ambiance because of the sale of drugs, fights between those who offer services on the beach, and other small incidents.
Since a few days ago, the Department of Dimas has relocated to its new facilities. This sure is a very positive change for thousands of immigrants who live on our island. Previously, people had to stand in long lines outside of Dimas, which was located in Wilhelmina Straat. And once inside, the situation was not so coordinated. Now, with this new facility, users have an appropriate place to make their proceedings.
The Department of Immigration Management and Admissions of Foreigners, DIMAS, is now located in Pardo by Strat number 11. The new facility is a central location, has an ample parking space, is more spacious and looks much more comfortable for thousands of users that need to do their paperwork and other requests. At this new location, all the departments of DIMAS, now completely renovated and with a better infrastructure, is providing different services in comparison with the previous DIMAS where space was limited and the service was slow. Now it looks much more organized and the users are called by name. Before there were also complaints on the long hours of waiting in the sun just to enter into the old location of Dimas. This new building looks more pleasing and organized for users to process their legal requests.
The recent announcements of the constructions in the San Nicolas area is a very positive news, and it generates a good ambience between the government. It is also a stimulus for the economy of the island. The hotel chain Bahia Principe is very well known internationally, and the investors want to keep the same style, the same brand, and service they have been known for.
Representatives of Hotel Bahia Principe are convinced that the investment in Aruba, specifically in the area of San Nicolas, will be very productive for them, and they have great expectations. Internationally, they are very well known for their 5-star hotels and services. In the case of Aruba, they want to build a 600-room complex next to a shopping center in the district of San Nicolas. It is detrimental to have an optimal service to their customers, not only for its facilities, rooms, luxury service, but the infrastructure as well. It is known that Bahia Principe always stood out for having fully equipped rooms and qualified workers that provide great service. The same margin of quality the investors want to bring to Aruba.
According to a representative of the Piñero family, the complete project is expected to be completed in 2016. But on the other hand, Minister Otmar Odibera and his colleague Minister Mike de Mesa recently visited the 4 properties that the Piñero family owns in the Dominican Republic. They are very impressed with the infrastructure and the level of service these hotels have to offer. Minister Otmar declared that this is exactly what Aruba has been waiting for. An opportunity like this is what San Nicolas needs to become the second capital of tourism of Aruba.
In the most recent visit to Dominican Republic, the Minister of Tourism indicated that this investment will surely be a great encouragement for both the economy and the tourists that come to our island. The Hotel Bahia Principe is a hotel chain that have more than 6,000 rooms in places like the Dominican Republic, with an optimal 5-star service, but also a luxurious chain called the Dom Pablo Collection. Likewise, the construction project will be important for Aruba because it also contributes to the local labor. As indicated by the representative of the Piñero family, they won't use any outside manpower unless it is necessary.
The manpower needed for the initial construction is around 400 to 600 workers, and once the hotel opens, there will be an additional 400 to 500 job openings. Well, a quick break follows, and coming up is Lifestyle. She dedicates her latest album for a good cause. Have a look. Apple wants to make a big splash when it comes to the release of their most recent device, the iPhone 6. As expected by the company, enthusiasts are already camping in front of some Apple stores, anxiously waiting to get their hands on the new iPhone coming out this 9th of September.
Many people have already lined up to buy the next version of the iPhone, which aren't expected to go on sale for another 16 days. But they aren't really there for iPhones. They are being paid by companies hoping to have a first look onto the expected frenzy.
I was sponsored by a company called Grav Power, and they do mobile power banks and power banks for laptops and phones, and also the iPhone, of course. And they sponsored me all the way from Hong Kong to come over here and line up just for the iPhone.
It is like being part of the culture to stand in the long lines outside of the Apple stores.
Actually, when we got here, there were 2 guys in front of us, but the sponsors that we're with actually bought our place in line so that we could get the word out more about access to care.
Things get comfortable. Some use bathrooms at the Apple store, and some take showers at nearby gyms.
And come here for the experience. It's not because we get sponsored or anything. The sponsorship is in addition to why we're here.
All of them lines seem moderately excited about the iPhone 6, which is rumored to be coming in large sizes, and optimistic that Apple will also unveil a new smartwatch.
In a room full of guests, Mrs. Landa Henriquez revealed her latest album called Pasión, or better known as Passion. Landa was honored to dedicate the new album to some special ladies of the island.
From her last album, Mujer 40, Women in their 40s, to her most recent production, Pasión, or Passion. Standing beside 2 foundations at the event, the Bob and Black Tie Foundation, Landa Henriquez says she dedicated this album to all women on Aruba that are battling cancer. She believes that there is always a solution if prevented on time. The highlight of the night was the revelation of the front cover of Pasión, and afterwards the baptism ceremony was carried out. Towards the end of the night, the public was privileged to hear one of the songs of her latest album.
After the break, we'll show you a few youngsters that are willing to make a change in their lives. We'll be right back. The 6th group of the Social Reform Project that has just initiated their trajectory are very enthusiastic about the trainings and their whole journey. The different disciplines, the phases of the formation, and the new challenges is what is keeping the group going to complete their journey with the utmost satisfaction.
Group number 6 of the Social Reform Project is in their 3rd week of training. These youngsters are experiencing how to become a leader, how to overcome fear and hide emotions when yelled at, and even how to reason with each other. Up to now, the group has been training on how to use camouflage in the wilderness and how to effectively work in a team, taking care of each other, much like a Marine training. They are aware that they are not only doing this for themselves, but for their future generation as well. In the most recent trainings at Cerro Cristal, this group participated in a drilling where they had to deal with someone who has been hurt in combat. This way, they can learn how to deal with each other. The training with the Marines will continue for a while. The government says that these youngsters should take advantage of this opportunity given to them.
Nature always seems to surprise us. Take a look at how a dog who is having babies is assisted by a monkey. It's far from incredible.
Another page in history has been written by this monkey called Pupe and a dog called Dogo. A while ago, Pupe lost her mom, and the authorities of the zoo decided to look for a foster mom for Pupe. It was then that Dogo came into Pupe's life. They immediately clicked, and since then, they are inseparable. Pupe even helps taking care of Dogo's puppies.
This is 15 on 15 for today. I would like as well to thank Yentl for giving me the opportunity to anchor this newscast. I hope this was to your liking. She will be back on Monday. Until next time, goodbye.